You're live.
Hey everybody, welcome to Making Big Money with Denim. I'm Joy. I'm so glad you guys are here. Oh my goodness, look at the chat. Hey everybody. Hey Brenda. Oh, it's good. You guys are going fast. You guys are all in the house. Where are you coming from tonight? Hey Craig. Oh, it's going so fast. Everybody came to my party. Tucson. Hey Gail. Boy, you guys are really chatty. I'm so glad that you guys are here. I am so excited to do this. I have been looking forward to this. Well, I've been kind of putting it all together over the last few weeks, and it was a super tough secret to keep until I made the announcement. So I'm really glad that you guys are all tuning in. Far west suburbs of Chicago. I am a Chi-Town girl. I've only been in Arizona for about a year now. Yes, Marianne, you made it. Hi. Hey, Nancy. Jean, you are in Virginia from the UK. That is a change of pace. Arkansas. I like the way you spelled out Arkansas. Illinois. I'm excited. So many people from Illinois, my hometown, born and raised. I'm going home this weekend. I'm really excited to get back. Hey, Christine. Darren. Hey, Cheryl. You guys are going fast. I am so glad you guys are here. I am so excited about tonight. Yes, Caroline, I do miss you in Chicago. Susan! Oh, I love all my Chicago peeps. Look how many of my Chicago people are here right now. This is so exciting. Oh, well, thank you. I was nervous. Put on a little extra makeup for you guys, so thank you. I appreciate that compliment. Alaska, Katrina, hello. What time is it in Alaska? I don't even know. This place is packed. Angela, will you help me unfold some more folding chairs? Canada. Hey, Craig. We are international tonight. Hey, Tyler. I am so excited to see all of you guys here. I'm glad that you made it. Lots of folks from Canada. We have a lot of Canada here in Tucson. So now when I see Canada, I think Canada. Hey, Jason, I see you. It's like Romper Room, and I see Jason, and I see Angela, and I see Chris, and I see Melissa. I don't know how that lady on Romper Room kept up with all those folks. Romper Room. I just showed my age, didn't I? Yes. I used to sit on the dining room floor waiting for my half-day kindergarten in the afternoon and watch Romper Room. Sharon, hi. Mr. Green Jeans. It's all about the jeans tonight. We are going to talk so much denim tonight, which is, of course, as you guys know, my favorite topic in the world. Miss Barbara, she never said your name. Well, Vera, I'm going to say your name. Shame on Miss Barbara for not saying hi to you. Hey, Brenda, you made it. Sandra's coming from Mesa. Super exciting, so many Arizona people. You'll have to come to my Tucson Reseller Meetup group. I'm new to Arizona. I can use all kinds of friends here. Jeans are a hard sale for you. Well, we're going to fix that, Kim. A lot of Virginia folks and Ohio. Oh, thank you, Annette. Louisiana. I love Louisiana. I just went there the first time. She's a year ago, January, and I had the best time. Go to Felix's and have the beef po' boy for me because that sandwich changed my life. I love that sandwich. Hey, Dorinda. Hey, Sean. I see you in your Wranglers over there. Did you all wear your Canadian tuxedos tonight? Did anybody look that up after I said it the other day? Do you know what a Canadian tuxedo is? Kentucky. I love Kentucky. It's so beautiful there. Hey, Julie. I'm going to give you guys just another minute or two to get settled and get your comfy chair all situated, and then we're going to get started because we have a lot to talk about tonight. So we're going to get going in just a minute here. Hey, Tanya. Georgia. That's where my family's from. I love Georgia. Chickamauga, Radonna. That's where my family's from. Hey, Nancy. All right, are you guys all settled in? Are you ready to get started? Let's see what time it is. Oh, yeah, we're a little after 6, so we are going to get started here. Just give me 1 second. This is the first party that I have had with so many guests, so give me just a second to, you know, put the food out and all that good fun stuff. So, I'm Joy from Jeans with Joy, and welcome to How to Make Big Money with Denim. I am so glad that you joined me here tonight, and let's get started.
So you're going to have to share your screen.
Oh, my bad. Give me 1 second. See, I knew I was going to forget something. It's like Sunday barbecue where you forget law. Is it sharing?
Yep.
All right. Wait just a second here. All right, so before we get started, because there are so many people in my house tonight, I'm going to have to lay down a few house rules. First thing I want to tell you is that I am going to be giving away gifts and prizes and other giveaways during the presentation, so you absolutely want to stick around because I have some great stuff to give away. And you'll probably want to turn off all of your distractions. Turn off your phone, close the door. Tell your family you just need an hour or so of alone time because we're going to cover a lot of ground and I don't want you to miss anything. What I'd like to do is to ask you to hold all of your questions to the end. I'm going to do a full question and answer at the end, and I'm going to answer every single question that you have. For me to do that is to do them all at once at the end. And I also wanted to let you know at the end, you will be emailed a link for the replay. And when you get that link, which will allow you to watch this presentation again at your leisure, you're going to get a free gift from me, which is the labels list. This is 20 of my favorite brands to resell, and it's my free gift to you, and it's going to allow you to go to the thrift stores right away and have an idea of the denim that you should be buying. And that's going to come to your email that you use to register in about an hour or so after we're done. One of the most popular questions that people ask me is why denim? Why are you so enthusiastic about talking about denim and learning about denim and most importantly, selling denim? And I can give you a lot of reasons, but we'd be here all night. So
I think we had a little hiccup right there. Video has frozen, so just give her just a second and I'll make her go backwards as soon as she gets back in. I think I see her moving a little bit. Joy, are you with us? Hey, Joy. It's like I think I see you, but I can't hear you and your slides are going. Okay. So Joy has left the building. No, she'll be right back. So she's joining the room again. So hang on, guys. Here she comes. Almost in, almost in. Do you guys hear me? Oops. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. So you guys are hearing me. So you're not disconnected. Joy just got lost somewhere in the sauce. She'll be back momentarily. What I'm going to do is probably just kick her out. Let me eject her. Bam, she's gone. Now she gets to come back in. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit while I'm getting her back up and running. I'm sure you guys have said, who's that John guy? Well, that's me. I'm the guy in the background doing the technology. So don't get mad at her. Get mad at me, even though it's not my fault. Okay. So let me just tell her to enter the room again. And that's okay. And she's freaking out. But I'm like, hey, it's okay. They're still here waiting on her. Hey, Vera. Oh, man. Stuff happens every once in a while. And technology is insanely sensitive. And earlier today, I heard that some of you guys never got your email for reminder or the links. And so I'm really excited that you guys actually made in after a while, because there was supposed to be like 3 emails today. And I think most of you only got 1, maybe 2. I don't think any of you got 3. And we ended up finding out that our hosting platform, which is Webinar Jam, which is also a YouTube partner, actually had some outages today. So that's possibly why Joy had a problem. I see, oh, she's about to come back in. She's gotten somewhat here. You got 3, Rick? Wow, okay, we'll see. That's fun. I mean, I actually had a couple of people that said they had none. So that was crazy. Okay, so Joy is about to message me. I don't know if she says she's in. Okay, so once you're in, Joy, you got to make sure you turn on your camera and mic. There you go. All right, now check the mic one too. Is that one? Because I'm not here.
Can you hear me?
Wow, you're back.
I am back.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
So I have actually changed positions. I'm a little bit closer to the router. We had some terrible storms here in Tucson, so internet's been a little wonky over the last couple of days. So hopefully this will help.
All right, so you need to go back to 3 good reasons and do that whole slide.
Okay. Give me just 1 second here, and I'm going to jump over there.
See, now I'm not nervous anymore because the worst has happened.
Yeah. The absolute worst case scenario. Well, knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. That was the last terrible thing that will happen now.
All right. I'm dropping back out. If you need me, I'm still back here.
Okay. So I'm going to kick it back to the question that people ask me the most is, what is it about denim that I am so enthusiastic about, particularly when it comes to selling denim? Why I'm always trying to get people to get into the denim game. And I could give you a number of reasons, but we would be here all night. So I'm going to start with the 3 best reasons, which is, number 1, denim is readily available and it's abundantly available. As a reseller, this is a source of inventory that is everywhere you go. And the second reason is that the buyer demand for denim is high. You know, there's a reason that Levi's is in their 146th year and still going strong, because people love denim and they get emotionally attached to their denim. And especially in the reselling market, they get attached to their favorite pair of jeans that they can't just go to the store and buy anymore. And so they are forced to the secondary market, and you should be waiting for them and their money. Now, I happen to love denim. I love its history. I love everything about it. You do not have to be as passionate about denim as I am. You just have to be passionate about making money. and there is money to be made in denim. And so that's what I want to talk to you about tonight. In the last 90 days on eBay, there have been over 670,000 pairs of previously owned jeans sold. There have been over 33,000 denim jackets sold in the last 90 days that were previously owned, and over 15,000 denim skirts. This does not account for all of the new denim that is sold, which you as a reseller can often find. And so the buyer demand on places like eBay and Poshmark is there. And if you want to be a successful reseller, you need to give the people what it is that they want, and people want denim. People often ask me how to get started selling denim. And if you've ever been inside a thrift store, you may have seen racks that look just like these. This is a picture of some denim, just a portion of the denim in a Savers store. Or you've seen a giant rack of jeans hanging in the thrift store that looks like this. And you get overwhelmed. Your head starts to spin and you don't even know where to start. And so for a lot of you, you end up not starting at all because this is just too much for you to tackle. You have denim overload. You're overwhelmed because you don't have a strategy. You can't tackle something that big with no strategy. You need to have a sourcing strategy. Number one, walking in the door, you have to have a strategy. The hunt and peck method, pulling jeans off and looking them up, and pulling jeans off the rack and looking them up, is something that I call the hunt and peck method. And it takes a really, really long time. And your time is valuable. Every time you walk into a thrift store, you should walk out with items in hand that are going to put profit in your pocket, or you're working for free. You should never, ever work for free. So the biggest question people want to know is, can you really make money selling denim? And when they ask me that question, I sort of picture Tom Cruise screaming at me, "Show me the money." So that's what I'm going to do. My average order value over the course of 30 days is $39. I derive this information from PayPal, which is where my sales income comes into. So I know that on average, I sell $39 per order. So what does that look like? This is a pair of vintage Levi's corduroys. Did you know that people still wear corduroys? I did. This order sold for $40 plus shipping. After my eBay fees and my PayPal fees, this order netted me $34. On average, you'll see prices for a similar item in a thrift store of about $8.99. In some areas of the country, it might even be lower. That sale alone put $25.02 in profit in my pocket. But it's not just old Levi's that still have their tags on it that are going to put that kind of money in my pocket and yours. This is a pair of vintage Jordache jeans, which sold for $42.65 plus shipping. Now, I paid $3.49 for these jeans, and these are jeans that make me feel nostalgic. When I was in middle school, my first pair of designer jeans that my mother ever bought for me were Jordache jeans. That was 30 plus. I'm not going to tell you exactly how many years ago. And this sale also put a little over $25 profit into my pocket. So recently, I decided I wanted more. And I decided to take my same sourcing strategy that I used to achieve that regular $39 average order value, and I turned up the volume. Now, in the past 7 days, my average order volume has jumped from $39 to $74. I have used the same sourcing strategy to achieve an average order value of $74 versus $39. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit about that strategy and how you can implement that strategy to achieve the same success. I don't walk into the thrift store and let the thrift store tell me what I'm looking for. I tell the thrift store what I'm looking for because I've done my homework before I ever walk through the door. I've gone to eBay and I have searched for jeans, and I've narrowed my search to solds, and I've looked specifically at pre-owned. While I do often sell jeans that are in new condition and they have their original tags on them, or new with tags as we call it, you may sometimes see an acronym of NWT, which stands for new with tags. The majority of the denim that I'm going to find in a thrift store is going to be pre-owned. So I want to drill down those results to look at pre-owned. And then this method is the one that I used to get to my original $39 sale value. Many sellers set a price point for themselves, and they don't want to sell anything that sells for less than $25. And what I want to tell you is about the most expensive penny. If you want to sell something for $25, you don't want to search for items that sell for $25 because that's not how marketing works. If you feel that the value of your item is $25, what you do is to sell it for $24.99. So when you are searching eBay solds, what you want to do is to set your search criteria for $24.99. Now, we're narrowing down a particular set of sales. So we're going to look at $24.99 to $150. And then we're going to set it to search by the highest price first. And the reason that we do this is we're going to then sift through those results and we're going to identify the pattern. When you see that vintage 80s Jordache jeans sell over and over and over again at a particular price point, that goes on your mental or physical short list. These are brands that you are looking for when you go into the thrift store. You can see this pair of jeans right here is a previously owned pair of jeans that sold for $250 plus shipping. These are the brands that you want to identify. When you walk into the thrift store, you are looking for two things: the brands on your short list, items that are new with tags, or jump out at you as something that might be something special. Those are the only ones that you're going to look up in the store. You don't have to look up the other ones because you already know in walking in that they are winners. And you can quickly grab them off the rack, put them in your cart, and be on your way. So there are also killer wins in denim. And these sales should be and can be yours too. So let's take a look at the big money that you can make in denim. This is a pair of vintage Levi's that someone that I helped in the past paid $50 for, which I know sounds like a lot, but look at what he sold them for. He sold them for over $3,700 plus shipping, which is an absolutely amazing return on his investment. And these items are out there. You just have to know how to look for them and how to identify them. This is another example.
Hang on one second, Jean. Joy. Hang on one second, Joy.
Okay.
Stop right there. I get a couple of people that's saying that the page isn't changing, which of course you are changing them. So I want the people to know, if you're still out there, refresh your screen.
Okay.
Refresh, and it should catch back up for you guys. Okay, now they're saying it is, now it is, now it is. All right, Grant, fantastic. Another thing is, guys, on my end, I did see the slides changing. So when you get the replay, you'll get the slides and they'll be able to change. Anything that might have been fuzzy will definitely come up and show for you. Another thing is, of course, any of the results that were in her eBay search will be completely different. So you just want to pay attention to the things she's checking off, and you should be good on the replay. All right, they're saying it's pretty good now. You can go, Joy.
Okay, so here's another example of an item that doesn't still have its tags. It's been worn, it's been loved, it's been donated to the Goodwill, and a seller just like you has bought it for $8 and sold it for 2,050 Canadian dollars plus shipping. These items are out there. They're waiting for you to find them. You just need to know how. So that is a lot to take in. So let's take a breath for a second and let's give away a $25 eBay gift card. John, who's the winner of this gift card? Hello? Well, gee willikers. I think we've got some technical difficulties. You know, here's the...
Okay, I'm sorry. That's not technical. That's me technically being stupid. So Gregory ended up winning, and he had just typed in that he logged out and logged back in, and it was working. So that, Gregory, what you need to do is simply send us your information. I'm going to tell you how to do that. All right? You're going to send it to John, JOHN, at Colder Ice, COLDERICE.com. John at colderice.com. Send me an email with your name and address, and we are going to send you a $25 eBay gift card. Congratulations.
Yay, Gregory. Congratulations. Okay, are we ready? Let's go. So I want to talk to you about the steps to success. One of the steps to success is to utilize Instagram. Instagram is a powerful tool to reach buyers. It is getting more powerful every day, and Instagram is currently testing in a small market direct selling. If you're not yet using Instagram, this is the time to start. The more Instagram progresses as a selling platform, the further behind you are going to get. Jump in with both feet right now. You have taken those great pictures for your listing, put them on Instagram, use those hashtags and attract buyers to your listing. Add a link to your eBay store or your Poshmark closet to your profile. Anything that you can do on Instagram to drive traffic to your listings is going to put more money in your pocket. Now, what I want you to do is to forget what you have heard about success in reselling. There are so many myths out there about reselling and being successful at reselling, and I want you to forget the top 4. So I want to tell you what they are. The first myth is that you just need to find your niche. You hear it all the time. You see it all over the internet. Just find your niche. Everything is about finding your niche. Let me tell you something. There is no niche tree out there. We cannot all just go out and pluck our own leaf off of the niche tree and start selling something. Most of us are going to have to share that niche with other sellers. And so you want to choose one, like denim in particular, that has room for everyone, that has inventory that is abundantly available to you, and has really, really high buyer demand. So forget what you heard. I also want you to forget the myth about passion. That if you are just passionate enough about what you are doing, then success is automatically going to follow you. You see these quotes on Instagram. Sometimes you see them on your own friends' walls that say, if you want to be successful, follow your passion, not a paycheck. Skills are cheap, but passion is priceless. I want to ask you, how many of you mailed the mortgage company an envelope full of passion this month? Or paid the girl at the checkout counter at the grocery store this weekend with a handful of passion? You do need passion for reselling, but what you need are the skills to be successful, to turn it into actual money. Forget what you have heard. Myth number 3. This one kills me. You have to be grinding at reselling 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Instagram is full of these quotes. They sleep, we grind. If you want to be a beast, you've got to grind every single day. When you're sleeping, I'm grinding. This is what people would have you believe about being a successful reseller. But the truth of the matter is that some of the most successful resellers I know go to bed at 8:30 every night. They're raising their children. They're coaching their sons' baseball teams. They're taking vacations. They're fully involved in their real life and their families' lives. And the reason for that is they had a strategy. They have a system in place that earns them a good living without grinding 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I promise you that you can have both. So forget what you heard. And myth number 4, this is a big one. I hear this from sellers or potential sellers all the time. I could be successful if only I had their secret sauce or their secret sauce, or if only I knew what his secret sauce was. I could do that too. I'm going to tell you something about that myth, and maybe it's one that you tell yourself. You do not need anybody else's secret sauce. What you need is a step-by-step recipe to make your own sauce. You need to implement your strategy for success and have it be your own. So let me ask you a question. If you had that recipe to make your own sauce for success, would that be helpful to you? If you knew walking into the thrift store exactly what you were there to buy, and if you didn't find it, could be out of the store in a snap, instead of wandering aimlessly and hoping and wishing. If you knew exactly how to list and photograph and most importantly sell the items that you identified at the thrift store, would that be helpful to you? Because what I'd like to do is to introduce you to Jeans with Joy. Jeans with Joy is a private group that is 100% focused on your success with denim. You're going to get monthly private training classes with me, where I am going to teach you everything that you need to know. You're going to get special bonus web classes on things like social selling, building a store, marketing, and so much more. You're going to get video on demand, replay access to all of that training and all of those classes, where you can refer back to it as many times as you want, where you can learn on your time and at your speed. And you're going to get a private support group with expedited access to me and my team of experts, where you can ask all of the questions you need and get all of the support that you need to walk you through every single step of becoming a successful denim seller. And you're also going to get my 44-page gold journal. And this is a new journal, and it's got prompts to inspire you to dig deeper and uncover valuable insights into your habits and your productivity. I know, it's a lot. And there's so much more, because there's also weekly training where we are going to dig deep. On Mondays, we're going to talk about the Monday mechanics. What are these style names of these jeans? How do I identify those styles? How do I measure those jeans? Can you tell me how to photograph them? Can you help me with shipping? All of those things are going to happen in that group every Monday. Every other Friday, I am going to teach you about that big money vintage denim, including the Levi's like the ones that you saw earlier. Now, on the alternate Fridays, I'm going to teach you what I'm going to call the vintage vault. There's a lot of money to be made in things that you find when you're searching for denim, and I want you to know what those items are so you can turn those into sales. You're going to get monthly private training classes with me, where I am going to show you exactly what you need to know to be successful selling denim. And we're going to get special bonus web classes where I'm going to bring in a variety of experts to teach us about social selling, building a store, marketing, and a lot more. And you're going to have video on-demand replay access to all of that training, all of those classes. You can watch them on your own time and at your own pace, after work, after your kids go to bed, late at night when you can't sleep. It's going to be there for you. And you're also going to get a private support group with expedited access to me. I've done a lot of training and I've helped a lot of sellers, and I try to help everyone. Sometimes it's not that easy to bring it all together. Sometimes I will hear from sellers who say, I think you said, or did you say? Now, all of your questions are going to be answered in one place and give you easy access to refer back to those answers as many times as you want. And you're going to get my 44-page gold journal. This is a lot of stuff and so much more. I have so many more things planned, but I can't get them all onto the slides. We'd be here till midnight. This is a lot of information, and it is a lot of training, and it is a lot of help, and I can't wait to give it to you. And this is all a value of $39 a month. For all of that teaching, all of that information that you can use over and over and over again. But I don't want anyone to feel like they have risked anything in diving into learning to sell denim or getting better at selling denim. So this $39 a month comes with a money-back, risk-free, 30-day guarantee. No questions asked. If you don't feel at the end of those 30 days like you are getting your money's worth, if you are not selling denim left and right that you know is paying for that group and all of that training and support, I am happy to give you that $39 a month back. Now, because you've all joined me here tonight, I am going to do a launch-only special. This is a price that will never be offered again. It is only for people who signed up for this webinar, who are here tonight, who have watched the replay. This $25 launch only special means that you will be in at the absolute beginning. You will never miss any training. You'll never have to play catch up on the training. And it also comes with a 30-day risk-free money-back guarantee. I believe so wholeheartedly in selling denim, and I believe that you too can achieve the success that you have heard about in selling denim, that I have a 30-day risk-free guarantee. All of that at this introductory price only of $25 a month. My private group, which is 100% focused on you and your success with denim. Monthly private training classes with me, special bonus web classes on things like social selling, building a store, marketing, and video on-demand replay access. So many resellers have their own schedule. This content will always be available to you on your time and at your pace. And the private support group, where you'll have expedited access to me to get answers to all of your questions. And you're going to get my 44-page goal journal. Now, what I'd like to do is to take all of your questions and give you those answers. And so start queuing up your questions into the chat. And while you're doing that, let's give away another eBay gift card. John, who's our winner this time?
All right, we've got a winner in Stephanie Mursky. That's as close as I'm going to get. M-U-R-S-K-I. I think that's close, though. Stephanie Mursky, same thing. You get 25 bucks in an eBay gift card. All you got to do is shoot an email over to this email address, john@colderice.com. That's JOHN-COLDERICE.com. John@colderice.com. You got a $25 eBay gift card on the way. All right. So, guys, seriously, we're about to go into Q&A. If you got a question, then shoot it. Yay, Stephanie, I see you see that. All right. So shoot it up, post it up right now. And I am going to start asking some questions. So I'm going to throw some stuff your way real quick. All right? Because, you know, I think you said right now your average price of, you know, you moved it up to 74 from what? What was it before that?
$39.
So I don't think people understood the fact that $25 is a lot less than $39 per pair. So literally, are you saying that if you sell one pair, this group would actually still make you money on one pair?
One $39 to $40 sale of a pair of jeans is $25 profit.
Wow.
And, you know, the $39 has been a solid average order value for me over the years. So it is a tried and true, you know, some of you have probably heard me talk over the years about my bread and butter items. That is my bread and butter price point of $39. For every bread and butter item that I go into the thrift store in the denim section and buy, I'm putting $25 in profit in my pocket.
Awesome. All right. So here's what they're asking. And this is going to be good. So this is where the meat is, guys. So Susan says, is that $25 for each month or just the first month?
If you sign up now at this launch price, having been on this webinar, that is your price for life. It's never going up from that $25. You are locked in at this launch rate forever.
So Ginger wants to know, how long have you been selling denim?
I have been selling denim as a focus since about 2012.
Are there certain sizes of denim that sell better than others in women's jeans?
I will tell you two things about that. There are two sections of denim that get overlooked by a lot of sellers. One, there's a lot of money in plus size denim. Unfortunately, we're even in 2019, a lot of plus size women and men can't go into the store and find what they need. They're literally forced into the secondary market. So I'm a big fan of providing that service to my customers in selling plus size denim. But there's another myth, and if I could have talked about all the myths, I would have, which is don't buy tiny sizes. Skinny women need clothes too. And there is a ton less competition in that area because of that myth. So I always buy tiny sizes.
Uh, let's see. How many big E Levi's have you found in the wild?
How many have I found in the wild?
Uh-huh.
I have found exactly one pair. What's funny is that people that I have taught to sell denim seem to find them left and right. I don't find that when I was living in Chicago, it was a place where there were a lot, but now I'm on the West Coast and I'm living in mining country. So
Okay. What? Yeah, I said. What is the best pair of jeans you have had or have helped somebody sell?
here's the thing. I'm a big fan of the one that I showed to you earlier for a couple of reasons. The slide where I said that the seller paid $50 for them and they sold for $3,717 plus shipping. Um, and the reason for that is I love it that he didn't get scared away by that $50. We had been in a lot of communication. He knew that they were coming up for sale near him. And I actually told him, here's your top end. Don't pay more than this. And it was a lot more than the $50 he ended up paying. So he wasn't scared off by spending $50 to make over $3,000 in profit. So that's one of my favorites. But a lot of the sellers that I've helped with their biggies are somewhere between that $2,000 and $4,000 mark.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions because there's a couple of things that I probably would be better at since I had the back end stuff to teach than you. So one thing that to clear up, guys, is $25 every month. It'll automatically bill. There's no contract here. I mean, anytime you want, just tell us and you're out, no problem. And like she said, 30 days. If you don't like it, you get that back. So no problem there. The other thing somebody asked, which was interesting, and I didn't even, make this a big deal, but yes, there is a $100 off actually it's like 150 bucks off special if you do an annual. You can actually get the entire year for $199, so that's less than 20 bucks a month. So I didn't, but that's not what we're here for. We're really not here to sell. We're just here to let you know what the opportunity is. But yes, when you go to checkout, you will get an opportunity to either take it the way it is at the monthly or the annual. Okay. So here's a good question. I know Levi's and Seven for All Mankind are often fake. What is the brand we may not think of that we have to be alerted to about fakes might being out there?
Well, what I would tell you is those two, while they do suffer from unfortunately a lot of fakes, they are not the number one faked brand. And while I love all kinds of denim, and there are a lot, I mean, you guys are going to get the labels list with 20 of my favorite brands. There are way more than 20 brands on my personal buy list. But I will tell you the one that I don't buy and I don't sell, and that is True Religion. And I'm going to tell you why. Number one, there are an astronomical number of fakes out there. Astronomical, more than probably Levi's and another brand combined. There are just so many of them. And the market has fallen off, which means very few of the True Religions versus a few years ago sell for a ton of money. So when you look at the totality of that situation, you have to spend so much time determining whether those True Religion jeans are real or fake that you're costing yourself money. So just cut it out. Don't do it unless you've bought them yourself at a reputable Macy's, something like that. I just don't mess with it because it doesn't return the value to me.
So many sizes out there, and people really want to know what are skinny sized.
Here's the thing. Several years back, retailers started implementing what's called vanity sizing, okay, in an effort to of their own creation, try to apparently make women feel better about their clothing size. They started changing the standard measurements for women's clothing in particular to be a smaller cut, to be a larger cut with a smaller number on the tag. What this has done is caused a lot of confusion for women. It's made it harder for them to buy clothing. That is why they become brand loyal. That is why when they can't buy their favorite jeans at Macy's anymore, they come to the secondary market. And so what you'll see is sometimes 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Those are what's called juniors sizes. There are plenty of women who wear junior sizes. If you look at Taylor Swift, who, we love Taylor Swift because she helped us with the mom jeans market and caused it to skyrocket. She's a very tiny girl. So she's probably wearing a vintage 3, 5, or 7, somewhere in there. You don't want to discount buying and selling those sizes.
So Shelby wants to know what sells better, men or women's jeans?
Well, I will tell you this, Shelby. When I first started selling clothing as a whole, I only sold men's clothes because I convinced myself, as one of those reselling myths, that men are less likely to return clothes if they don't like them when they get them. Why I came up with this idea, I have no idea. And so now I sell about 50-50. I do find that they're equally as loyal. It varies between 15 to 18%, but I have a 15 to 18% return customer rate, and they're pretty much evenly split between men and women.
Cool, man. You're so full of information. It's amazing. So do you normally kind of sell auction or buy it now?
99.99% of the time, I do a buy it now. And when I am researching solds, I only look at buy it now because removing the auction takes out the extreme values. Okay, sometimes you're going to see an auction that runs things up because you have a handful of competitives. What I teach is how to make this a consistent, reliable income. And the way that you determine what to buy is by taking out those extreme values. Now, there are things that I know that are super rare, and there's so much buyer competition that I might be shooting myself in the foot by determining what buyers, and then I will set my minimum and I'll do an auction.
So I just got to put something out here. I'm absolutely amazed at some of the things I'm seeing. A couple of people, there's hateration going on everywhere anyway, right? Just in general. But I will just tell you guys, I just came back from LA 3 weeks ago. I went to a mastermind. The price was $10,000 for the mastermind. It lasted 5 days. So you do the math. It cost me $2,000 a day, plus my airplane ticket and my hotel to be out there for 6 days because I had to get in a hotel room for the day before just so I'd be there for the morning of. And I paid $10,000. And the funny thing is, I'm sitting there the first time and I'm like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Why did I pay 10 grand? Because the whole first hour was this woman telling me about how you should own your story and how important it is for you to feel your story and accept who you are. And I'm just like, wow. Long story short, by the end of that 5th day, I had gotten more than $50,000 in my bank, in cash, by doing what she told me to do. And the fact that I'm seeing this question, so I'm going to ask you this question because I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't answer this question. Why would anybody pay you $25 a month for you to just tell them to check eBay solds?
I will answer that question because, first of all, number one is it's easy to go look at eBay solds and maybe go find something. Most sellers who are trying to learn to sell denim or to get better at selling denim have absolutely no idea what to do with it after they have it. One of the reasons for actually creating this group is that I have helped so many sellers, just like the examples that I showed earlier, that my goal is to be able to give all of you a chance to benefit from that and to get that same training. You know, it's easy for me to answer people on, you know, maybe Facebook Messenger or that or this or that or the other. And then they're left, well, wait, but what about this part or what about that part? There is no one comprehensive place on the entire internet to learn everything that you need to know about selling denim, whether it's bread and butter items that you're going to sell every single day, or the ones that you are going to be able to quickly identify that sell for thousands of dollars.
Great answer. Okay, so the next one is, can you give an example of men and women's jeans that you kind of score fairly easy and are kind of often they're easy to find?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's, you know, some of the bread and butter brands would surprise you. American Eagle Outfitters, they're, you know, those buyers are loyal. And they, you know, they come and they meet that price point, and it's not a brand that's super high on the thrift store's radar. You know, some of them may know that Miss Me is a brand that is a lot of money, and so they've marked them up. But there's a whole world of denim out there that will bring consistent revenue to your store that people don't even realize.
So what percent of souls do you get back in return?
Very few. I have a very low return rate. You know, it fluctuates. Sometimes my return, I won't have a return for 6 to 9 months, and then I'll have a couple in the same window of time. Here's the thing about selling denim is that people are very emotional about their denim. And sometimes, even though the measurements are right, they just don't like the way they feel, or they just quite don't like the way they look. And, you know, as a person who loves clothes and loves jeans herself, I get that. I mean, if you could see the stack of jeans that I have paid money for that I don't wear, it happens. And so what I do is I happily take that return and I resell it because somebody else wants them.
Very cool. All right. What is a brand you would think is good, but you absolutely stay away from? Ooh, that's good.
I kind of covered that in that True Religion. You know, when they're new, they sell for a lot of money, and they used to sell for good money on the secondary market. And then so many fakes entered the marketplace. And to be honest with you, even though I do my part to try to keep the fakes out of the marketplace, what happened to that is that the people who just don't want to pay what they're really worth are happy to buy knockoffs at the swap meet. And so, you know, their popularity, unfortunately, you know, some brands like Miss Me. There are people who are still paying $100+ a pair for those jeans in the store, brand new all the time. True Religion did not have that same long-term success, in my opinion.
Let's see. You are a wealth of information. Sandra said you are a wealth of information. Well, good.
Yeah.
Oh boy, somebody said, would you go into theirs and find the vintage denim?
You know, I've taught classes in thrift stores several times over the years, and you know, it's always fun to go to somebody else's neck of the woods and see their setup and what's available and what their price point is, and it does vary across the country, and that is one of the things I teach. I try to teach you about how to get denim for the best price possible and different sourcing strategies. I teach things like there are places in the country where you can every week, 52 weeks a year, buy jeans in the thrift store for under $1 a pair. Now, what happens to a lot of sellers is that, you know, maybe they go visit that place and they buy 200, 300 pairs. If you've never tried to process that many pairs of jeans, you know, there's a strategy to that, or you quickly get overwhelmed and they end up in a pile and they never get processes that I teach to help you quickly get through those listings and process that inventory in order to get it to market and bring your money home.
Why do the fakers use the date 1850 instead of the right date?
I'll tell you actually. So, many years ago, for whatever reason that they will not cop to, Levi's in some of their advertising, if you ever see the giant wall banners for sale on eBay, they used an 1850 date, which correlates to absolutely nothing. And Levi Strauss hadn't even landed in New York in 1850. He didn't get there till like 1852 or 1853. And it was a while after that before he traveled to San Francisco and started, what we now know as Levi's in 1873. So the fakers sort of just grabbed onto that 1850 date because it was out there. And when you think about it, when you are making counterfeit merchandise, the less money that you have to put into making it, the more money that you get to put back in your pocket when you sell it. So they just put since 1850, which is a lot shorter than since May 20th, 1873. That's less letters they have to stamp on that tag. Every penny counts when you're,
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, has eBay ever shut down your listings because of a designer brand name?
Not one time. The only time I have ever had a Vero on eBay is because I was selling Dunkin' Donuts ground coffee, and that was about 7 years ago. I have never had a Vero for clothing of any brand, jeans or otherwise.
It's funny,
because I know what I'm looking for.
It's funny, when we put these slides together, I was like, I want you to keep them short, right? Because I just knew the Q&A would be full of so much info. It's like, wow. Okay, are jeans jackets worth investing in?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know what? They are still in fashion. And there is a variety of styles available. You still see, here's the thing is, fashion still works the way that it always has, which is that it is what the celebrities do, the designers make, the buyers buy. That's the correlation of how fashion sales work, okay? And so celebrities, if you go to people.com, go to Google right now and Google the words People magazine and denim or jeans. Bella Hadid, maybe, just had an entire birthday party and she required everyone to wear denim. Denim isn't going anywhere. So if you want to make the money, you need to start selling the denim. It's an enduring commodity.
How well do plus size jeans sell? And are there any particular brands to look out for?
So I'll tell you a story about a seller that just told a story recently, which is they put up for auction what they thought was, just a general like JCPenney brand called Cabin Creek that they just thought was nothing, and they didn't want to be bothered to put a lot of effort into listing, so they just threw up as an auction. And they had gotten them crazy cheap, maybe a quarter or something. And they ended up selling for, I think, almost $40. And the reason for that is it is a hard thing for plus size people, male or female, to find something that they love and that they feel good about. And a lot of times those brands stop making them. So they are literally forced to go to the secondary market by the manufacturers. And so at the right price point, there's very little plus size denim that I won't buy.
Cool. Hey, so I'll tell you what, just because we're going deep in these questions, go ahead and stop sharing your screen so we can see you big and full and your pretty blue dress, makeup.
All right, let me try and get out of these slides real quick here.
Yeah, you do that, and I'm going to get these 2 questions out for you.
Okay.
Did you stop sharing the screen too?
I did, but I didn't.
There you go.
See?
Right.
Here I am.
Okay. So do children's jeans sell? And what kind of kids denim would you buy?
I don't sell children's clothing as a rule. However, what I know from sellers that I've helped along the way is that when they can find like vintage Levi's 501, and I don't mean vintage like 1800s vintage, I mean like 80s vintage 501s that have the little tiny button fly and the little tiny child sizes, they fly off the shelf. There is definitely money to be made in children's clothing. I just don't happen to, my kids are older and out of the house. And so I just don't really get into selling children's clothes. But I will check for the denim kids section for vintage Big E Levi's, because they're out there. They actually made those back in the day. And so I'll just take a quick pass through, because those I would buy.
Cool. So, guys, if you want to join, the URL is jeanswithjoy.com. Same place you went to sign up, jeanswithjoy.com. That's flipped over, and it's introducing the offer she made tonight for her new group, jeanswithjoy.com. Any suggestions for sourcing in a market where the denim jeans run $15.99 and up at like her local Savers? It's really hard to make a profit unless I could find the higher end denim, says Tina.
Yes, I will tell you. And so what you want to do is you saw my example, right? So there's some reverse engineering to the way that I source. Okay. So for example, you saw at my price point of $40 that I can spend up to $9 a pair and put $25 in profit in my pocket. So what you want to do is go to like an eBay fee calculator, and you want to put in some price points, and you want to put in that buy price of $15 until you get to your comfortable profit range. So, for example, maybe you put in $74 as a sales price, put in $15 as your buy price, you put in your shipping and all that. And then you look at what that profit is, okay? Now you know I need to sell a pair of jeans for X number of dollars to achieve this profit. Now, when you go to eBay and you search the sold, your minimum sale price when you're searching, you use those extra drill down, criteria that eBay gives you on the left-hand side, and you say, I only want to sell jeans that sell for $74 to $300. And I always put a cap on it because there's extreme values. You're not going to find brand new Gucci jeans that sell for $3,000 most of the time, right? So don't get overwhelmed. Start small. Get bigger, get bigger, get bigger. So that's how you kind of reverse engineering. If that's the go-to price in your area, you want to know which jeans you can buy for $15 and still make profit. So that's how you reverse engineer that.
Awesome. What platforms do you sell
on? Right now, I am predominantly selling on eBay and Poshmark. I love them both, and I love Poshmark because it's super easy to list. If you can take a square picture, you can sell on Poshmark.
Okay. Will Joy be teaching about Instagram in her group too?
Absolutely. Because I have very strong opinions about where sellers are getting it wrong when they're trying to sell on Instagram.
What she did tell you is I made her take the whole training part out. I was like, you can't be teaching all that in freaking 30 minutes. I mean, gosh. That's funny. So, yes, she has a whole thing.
I have a whole thing about Instagram.
That's funny.
A whole thing about Instagram.
It would be, let's see, I did not do a bad deal. Oh, yeah, it seems like getting no answers. I don't know what that means. Totally around here. You would teach how to do Instagram. You have been an amazing support on the thrifting board. Been ever more so on Jeans with Joy. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, that is super sweet. It's one of the reasons that I created this group. So many people have gotten into selling denim and want to get into selling denim, and I want to help everybody. And what I kind of realized was I needed a more centralized way to help everyone that could be referred back to, and it's kind of even become confusing to me where I want to say, well, if you see what I said over here, and then I can't find it, and where did I say? Did I message or Instagram? I get tagged all over the internet. Instagram. I get messages from people that I've never met. They don't know me from any Facebook groups or anything like that. They've heard about me in groups that I don't even belong to. And so what I really wanted to do was to give better support to the people who are serious about selling denim.
So Julie Cram asked, and I'm going to answer this, do we have to make a decision tonight, or do we have some time to think about it? Actually, we are not closing this cart until 72 hours. So everybody gets the replays, can watch it, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. So this offer is actually open for 72 hours. So no, You don't have to do something, without thinking, making the decision. And then again, you still get 30 days after that whenever you join. So there you go.
There's some questions I want to answer in there, but I just want to make a point about that, which is that I believe in selling denim. I believe that you all can have the same success that I have had, and that other sellers who have benefited from my teachings and my trainings have had. If you do not feel like you got your $25 a month worth, that is a money back guarantee. There's no questions asked. We'll part as friends. I don't want anyone to feel like they didn't get their money's worth.
Cool. Let's see.
There were a couple of questions, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm way back in the back. So, I mean, if you want something from the top, go ahead and grab it.
Now, let me just scroll up. I want to answer Joyce's question while I'm scrolling. I will tell you that the Tucson market is very different from the Chicago market. I've lived in Chicago my entire life. I've always shopped the Chicagoland thrift stores, which I'm going to do when I go home later this week. It is a different perspective here. And so now I have the benefit of being able to talk about the differences in shopping in one market versus another.
Hey, have you done like retail arbitrage at all where Good. Okay, because Chris is saying he has no transportation and lives in a small rural town, so there's not a lot of denim available, physically. So tell me about that.
There is a lot of retail. My whole eBay career started doing 100% retail arbitrage, and the thrifting came later. And there is absolutely opportunity for you to do retail arbitrage as a denim seller. Absolutely. I don't care where you live, unless you have a hitching post and a mercantile, there's opportunity where you live to do retail arbitrage.
Okay, you know what? We need to give away a free ticket to Vegas, not to Vegas, but to the class in Vegas. I almost forgot that. So anyway.
Yeah, we have a couple things.
What it is, and then I'll pick somebody.
For those of you who have stuck around, there are still 2 prizes to be won. So let's do the class.
So what is the class? Just talk a little bit about it, just so they know.
The class is the week of eBay Open. On the Friday following the week of eBay Open, Jason T. Smith of the Thrifting Board of Thrift Hunters fame, every year he teaches an amazing thrifting, live in-store thrifting class, and it is called the Thrift Class on Steroids. And he has about 10 teachers who have various specialties, and he invites us all to help teach you live and in person about buying and selling whatever our area of specialty is. And last year I was invited to participate, and I taught my live denim class in the store, and he's asked me, very graciously asked me to help teach again, because I am going to eBay Open this year. And so that class, where you get 10 teachers, including myself, who are going to talk about a variety of items to sell, has $150 value, and we're going to give away a ticket to someone to attend that live thrifting class.
And the winner is, go ahead and do a drum roll. Lori Watson, you get it.
Lori Watson.
That's funny. I roll back up. I pick her name and then I read her comment. It was like, oh damn. So you actually won.
It is a great, great class. It's a couple hours classroom, where some of the teachers give slide presentations, and then we fan out into the store. The teachers, don't buy anything ourselves. Anytime I do a live class, I always joke this will be the time I find a pair of Big E's, because I don't buy anything at my live class. So if you were at a live class with me and you found the Big E's before I did, you're going home with them. So, and that's true for the other teachers too. We're there to help you.
That's so awesome. So definitely what you want to do, Lori, is John at colderice.com. I'm going to type that in. I keep saying it. Might as well type that in. colderice.com. Shoot me your email. Well, that's going to come with it. But your, what do I tell them to send me? Well, no, for her, all I need is your email address. So just reach out to John at colderice.com. Say you won, and I will get that to you. Just tell me you won the class. All right. Oh my gosh, people just started.
I'm sorry. Can I just ask you to help the folks along with something. So I'm getting a lot of messages right now while we're still live from people who are saying that they've signed up, but they're a little bit confused as to what comes next, how they actually get into the group, what they're looking for.
You want me to tell them?
Yeah, would you?
Okay, so right at the end, you're going to get a thank you page, and it's going to tell you 4 things. So let me pull it up. But I think the things it's going to ask you is, what was the email address you used to buy or to sign up? What was the date that you did that? So that would be today's date. And then it's going to give you a password, all right? And it's going to give you a link to go to the Facebook group that's now available on Facebook. If you just search for Jeans with Joy, the group will come up, but it'll also give you a link to that group, and you're going to have to enter those 3 answers in that
a lot
group.
of folks saying the link is not contained in the email.
Oh, the link is not contained in the
No,
email?
I'm getting a ton of messages.
Oh, all right. So let me work that out, guys. This is why, let me just tell you guys, this is exactly why we do $25 at the beginning, because you guys are helping us fix this thing and make it work properly. So you're helping me find bugs. So that group is actually, let me see, if I'm going, let me just show you guys what I'm doing. So you can do the same thing too if you have this problem. I'm going to share that screen. Yeah, you see it now. And I'm just going to go to Facebook and type in Jeans with Joy. And 2 things come up at the top. So this one, it's like Jeans with Joy product or service. That's the page. This one is the group. You see it says Jeans with Joy group. And you can go right there, click on that. And I'm already a member. And I see 12 people have already asked to join. And once you get there, you're going to join. So you know how to join a Facebook group. And it's going to ask you those 3 questions. And since you do not have your password, if you didn't get it, you won't have your password, just say this, exactly like this, guys. Type in, my password got lost. Just say it like that. My password got lost. That will make my team go and look up and verify your email. All right, because we'll already have your email and the date you signed in. That's why we ask those 3 questions. All right, I hope that helps. If not, one other thing that you can do, we have a support page for Jeans with Joy. You just type in support.jeanswithjoy.com. That's support.jeanswithjoy.com. And that is our open ticket system where you are able to tell people whatever issue you might have with either paying, getting in, understanding how to use the system, whatever your issue is, feel free to go there and we'll handle it. All right. Sorry about that, guys. That's my fault. I'm an idiot.
Okay, and you guys are messaging me, and I'm not responding. I'm still, hanging out with my 300 plus friends here, so I will respond to you tonight if you're still having. So let's see.
Yeah, if you see anything good, go for it.
Yeah, let me just take a peek. Someone asked about colored jeans. I do look at them. To be honest, I don't spend a ton of time because I find there are less colored jeans. I'm all about the get in, the get out. If I have nothing else to do and I just want to wander around the thrift store, then I'll look at things that I don't know or, I'm not sure. But generally, I go in there knowing what's going to make me money, and I get it, and I get in, and I get out. I used to call it my speed thrifting. For a long time, I worked a full-time job, and I would only have so much time after work before the kids had to be fed. You get in and you get out, and you can then assign yourself an hourly wage that you are going to get paid for thrifting. If you're in there an hour, you're at least going to walk out with $25, $50, $100, $300 in profit. The more you know going into that thrift store, the higher your hour per rate that you are now paying yourself is. And you decide that for yourself, and you can tweak that sourcing method in order to achieve those numbers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Some jeans have holes in fraying. What kind of cosmetic issues are we trying to avoid?
Here's the thing is there is a market for trash jeans. Some listings call it thrashed or destroyed or distressed. there was a brand and a style of jeans that I knew was a good seller, and it had taken me a little bit of time to locate a store. And I walked into a store and they had like 6 pairs all in a row, where it was clear to me somebody had donated their closet, because as women, that's what we do. When we get to be another size, we just take it and dump it because we're mad. Take it all. So some of the pairs had really great hems and some of them were frayed. So I only bought the ones that had good hems, and then I went home and I started listing them. And then I was like looking at some solds again, and I was like, wait a minute. This pair, this pair, this pair. These all sold with frayed hems. So I would say to you, if you find something that is already on your sourcing I know to buy this list and it has frayed, then I would go take a quick peek at stuff like condition.
That's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, somebody wants to know, when does the training start for this group?
What time are we done here? So, I mean, here's the thing: is they're literally starting to, there's some welcome stuff in there and stuff. What I didn't want to do was to build a whole house and have you all get into the group and already feel overwhelmed. Oh, there's all this information. I don't know what order to go in. Where do I start? I want to help you from the very beginning until you're like, hey, I got this. Look at how much money I am making selling denim. So what I didn't want to do was just put it all in there and have you have that same feeling that you have when you walk into the thrift store and you're overwhelmed. We are going to take a comprehensive walk through everything you need to know, and we're going to mix it up a little. It's not like I'm going to start like, here's how you measure, here's the style names. Throughout the weeks and over the course of the month, with some of the monthly training stuff we're going to do, we're going to jump around a little bit so that you get a flavor for everything, because what I want is for you all to, within that first 30 days, to say, look what I did. I found these and I sold them.
Great. So what are your thoughts on selling Wrangler jeans?
Well, I will tell you about Wranglers. So in the past, because I am so, I'm so into the history of the Levi's, and I've dug so deep into that, I haven't spent a ton of time on the Wranglers, and there's a ton of money in them. And now that and so that was historically up until about a year ago. Now that I live in the Southwest, where Wranglers are king, everywhere you go, there's Wranglers to buy, people are wearing Wranglers. What I realized is, hey, you were shooting yourself in the foot. And so I've really spent the last year digging in on the Wranglers, and there is still money in it. And there's definitely still money in the vintage, for sure.
Yes. All right, guys. So we are definitely going to play catch up as soon as we get off this call, getting you all processed and in the group in the next 24 hours at the latest. All right. So it's late on the East Coast where I'm at, but that doesn't mean we're not going to work. So I think, let's see, I got one more.
And I do want to tell you all a little sneak peek. You see, those of you who are still here, you're going to know something that the others, don't know, which is this Friday is the first installment of the Levi's Lounge, where I'm going to dig in and teaching you something specific about vintage Levi's, which is where some of the really big money is. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you check the group on Friday. There'll be stuff coming along every day this week, but don't forget to pop into the lounge on Friday.
All right. So like I said, it's getting late. This is going to be your last question. I'm sorry we didn't get to everybody, but you can always get to Joy. You know how that does. Joyce, I'm loving his stuff. Somebody said their join date said June 27th, 2018. So anyway, your email will work. Don't worry about that. So what's your favorite website to follow fashion trends?
I will tell you that there are a couple of things that I love. I love a blog called Hidel's, which has really done an amazing job on accumulating information and pictures on a lot of the vintage Levi's stuff. But actually, one of the posts I have planned for this week is there are some websites that I think do amazing, amazing in-depth work on identifying style names. And so one of the things that I teach you is about not reinventing the wheel. You know, some of you will say, well, I went over here and they this, and they went over there and they said that. And so once you begin to cultivate your kind of encyclopedia of resources, it becomes unnecessary to go see what this one said and that one said. And so what I plan to do is walk you through some of my absolute favorite ones. But I do love Fidel's for vintage, because I think that they have done an amazing job of digging up some very old photos of things that are important, like buttons and things.
So, guys, the website, again, is jeanswithjoy.com. You will be getting a replay link sent to you via email. One of the things I will tell some of you guys, I've seen some unique email addresses. Some said AOL.com. Anyway, but if you, for some reason, don't see this stuff in your email, please definitely check your junk mail, and also check if you have got a Gmail account. They have these extra tabs. A lot of times it'll go on the promotional tab, and if you see it there, that's where it might be. So check that. And again, if not, I told you where you can go. You can go to support.jeanswithjoy.com. And I got two names here because I want to do the giveaway. So tell them what the big giveaway is.
So the big giveaway is that one of you is going to win a 1-year membership to the Jeans with Joy group. You're going to get 1 year of access to all of that information, the weekly, the daily support, the web classes, the on-demand training, all of it for 1 year.
Okay, and how long does it take? Somebody asked me how long does it take to get the email. It should be, for the replay, it'll be by the morning, it'll be there. Usually I have it set up to send 3 hours after this thing live ends. So it has to end first before we can send you the email, because it has to render the video. All right? All right, so here we go. 3 names on prizes.
I'm so excited about this one.
Are you? All right, winner chicken dinner for Ricky, R-I-K-K-I. Ricky, you're a winner.
Yay, Ricky.
So if you already have joined or anything, just let me know that when you send me the email, john@colderice.com. John, she said, holy pumpkins. Holy pumpkins would be jack-o'-lanterns, honey. Anyway, Angela Ritchie, you are our other winner. Both of you guys, congratulations. You get an entire year absolutely paid for.
Hey, Angela. Oh, my God. I'm excited to have both of you.
All right. Congratulations.
You know, this is my favorite topic.
Oh, wait. Oh, Jason's telling me something. Uh-oh.
Yeah, he's going to tell you
okay, no problem. No. Angela. He said Angela's an admin.
Yeah, and the thrifting board. So.
Yeah, that's okay. There's no conflict of interest there.
Yeah, there's no.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
And I'm the one pulling these names. But yeah, no, okay, I thought she might have been an admin on yours. Okay, for that one. But no, congratulations. Enjoy that. All right. Anything else? You go ahead and you say your goodbyes, and then I'm going to cut it off.
So I want to tell you all that I am so thrilled that you joined me here tonight. The overwhelming response to this web event has just been, amazing. I love all of you. I do want to help you all, but I want to help you in the best way possible. And I believe that this is the best way to do it. And I hope that you will join the group. I hope you'll give it a try. And I truly believe with all my heart that once you do, you will realize that $25 a month is just one denim sale, and you will be selling so much more denim once you have learned everything. And I just want you to know that I appreciate all of you. Now get out there and buy some denim.